It takes 27 to 40 touch points now for someone to trust you from your content. That means that it's going to be a lot longer for you to be posting consistently without anybody liking, commenting, sharing, or even buying from you. You need to be patient. At the same time, I know you don't have as much time. You don't have 9 months to devote to this. And honestly, as a business owner, you're going to have those ups and downs. We are in an economic downturn. People are more protective of where they're spending their money. They are also more desperate. They are more scared. And you need to stand out as someone who can help them. As a mom, you understand that we don't have a lot of time to sit there and hustle. And hustle culture is burning us out. We need to stop with that. At the same time, you do need to be visible, and I teach how to get visible without the hustle. So there's a simple way to do this, and it's through connection. What I've done with my community and what I continue to do is I'm connecting to other moms. If you yourself happen to have a business and you want to be on a stage, I have a stage for you. If you want to be visible, stand on my stage. Now, there's different ways that you can do this. One is quite simple. You join for the podcast. If you are a podcast queen, you also get access complimentary to the Mistressmind at the start of the month. So we are running a new month right now, and the podcast queens that have already been interviewed and already have their podcasts are available to help with this entire connection process. They are going to have the access to this replay. And if they were to join in, I mean, sometimes it's a little tricky. They don't have the time. But if they were to join in, what they would be doing is telling you what they need. But what I can tell you right now is that if you start following those who are already on my podcast, and I do tag them, what this will allow you to do is be visible in more audiences. So the key to this is complementing each other. And the other key is collaborating with each other and connecting with each other. So one thing that you can do very quickly is just comment on any of my posts. This will allow you to be seen and have the engagement. If you comment on my posts, I will reply back. I will amplify your voice. And this will then seed into the ecosystem. If you've been following on the replay, or if you are just watching the shorter version of this on YouTube, then the takeaway here is that you cannot be visible if you're not willing to talk to other people. And I gave you some names to follow, so I'd like you to implement and follow them. And at the same time, I'd like you to also look at your own networks that you have of who you already have that you're following, and how can you show them some love. You see, if we all band together and we start actually supporting each other and not just liking things, not just sharing things, but commenting and sharing intentionally, then that's going to actually do a lot more. So I'm going to show you again how this works. I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show you what LinkedIn I'm doing. So this is my LinkedIn. And what I do in LinkedIn is I look for people that I can share their posts and also enhance what is already there. So if you see this, I've got Jessica Halverson right here. Okay. If someone were to ask me what I think about Jessica Halverson, I would say that she embodies the empowered sovereign mother. She has a business and she is teaching her kids as a homeschool mom. She has a podcast that showcases driven moms who overcome adversity, of which I was a guest. She has had an empowered birth and a breech birth at that. She's warm and inviting. I always enjoy our conversations. Jessica is powerful in how she leads by example. I am always in awe of her. If you aren't following her, I encourage you to do so. You'll learn a lot and avoid mom burnout. I'll also add that Jessica is one of the empowered moms who gets a seat within the Mistress Mind as a guest star. We all rise together and share our magic. Whether you're in the room or join later and catch the replays, the Grow Your Garden of Abundance Mistress Mind will help you thrive and create impact and income faster than if you do it alone. Stay tuned for more teachings and make sure you're following us both. Namaste. So as you can see, there's Jessica's post, and I've commented. She's liked it. How we can keep growing on this, though, is if we started to comment. Because if you start commenting on the posts, then that leads to an extra conversation. And the best conversations to have are on LinkedIn and Threads. LinkedIn and Threads both seed into the AI fastest and show up more often inside of the Google AI when you ask the question, what is the connection? So I don't know when it's going to actually pick up the breech birth and everything, but I do know that I'm intentional with this. So the reason I said it as what I would say about Jessica Halverson, that is again telling what does Carly Bonderud say about Jessica Halverson? And that will show up in the news feed eventually. This is also something that continues to update. So recognizing that when you're out there supporting your sisters, you're also connecting to the AI, which is what we want. So that's pretty much what I have for you today. Okay, we're going to go out and we're going to connect. The next iteration of this Mistress Mind is going to be not next week, but the week after. And we're going to look at our results. We're going to see what worked and what doesn't, and we're going to workshop that. So if you do want to be on that call, you do know the way. You just DM me, let me know that you want to be part of the Mistress Mind. If you are already a podcast queen, then you know that you have a special complimentary price for joining the Mistress Mind, because you do get to be on these calls at the start of the Mistress Mind, and then the other one you pay for. If you want to just get the replays and do this on your own, there is a path for that. It's self-study VIP. So my love language is bug me, and you just DM me and I'll give you the payment link, and then you'll get access to the replays. Plus you'll have your laser coaching session. And if you want to join the full Mistress Mind, again, my love language is bug me. Reach out to me. I'll give you the intake form. And if you're approved, then you'll be part of the group. We want to keep the actual container for the moms that are doing the work. So I am going to expect you to do the work. I'm going to want to see your comments on the posts of the women that I showcase in the group, and make sure that you're also sharing with each other, because it takes all of us rising together. Think of it like being in a garden. You've planted this beautiful garden, but you need to step away. You want to be able to trust that your sisters will still plant seeds for you in other people's gardens, that sisters will tend to your flowers while you're gone, that sisters will make sure that any weeds are neutralized by other flowers that they plant beside yours. You want to make sure that you've got somebody who's got your back. And as Carrie and I were talking about earlier this week when we did our podcast together, I've got her back and she's got mine. So right now, Carrie Emer, EHMER, she has the Be Brave, Be Bold. You'll see her across my social media. I've been sharing her posts and I've been commenting on her Instagram. Sierra Abler, ABLER. She also has innovative leadership, so I've been tagging her within Threads. And Jessica Halverson, so she is the one from Mom Elevated, and hers is It's Jessie Halverson for Instagram. So check her out and go on to LinkedIn, go on to Facebook, go on to Threads, start finding these women, also connect your own networks. And if there's anyone who you feel might also benefit from this Mistress Mind, pass on my posts to them because it takes all of us. So if you're seeing my posts, make sure you are commenting. If you comment, I will reply back. I will amplify what you're saying. I will also check out your stuff and follow you, and then I will comment on your posts. So this is again all about collaboration and connection, and I want to see more collaboration and connection actually happening. Being in the Mistress Mind is a privilege. It is one that I find to be the highest level of implementation because we do implement on these calls. If you do have any challenges with visibility, please let me know. I'm happy to support you. I know how it is to feel afraid to post the thing. I used to be in that position. I was the wallflower. And I managed to overcome that using a lot of my skills and frameworks. So I can help you with that. That's part of what the laser coaching does, is get you out of your own way. So that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for joining. And next week we will be taking a break because I have my children. But the week after, we'll be back in the Mistress Mind and seeing where we're at in progress. And I'll show you what I was able to do for Sierra and Carrie and Jessica. Okay? So thank you again, and I will see you soon. Namaste.